Welcome everyone to today's Explainer. If you've ever felt that little flutter of anxiety at the thought of stepping into an aesthetic clinic for the very first time, well, you are in the perfect place. Okay, let's dive into this. Today, we're completely demystifying the world of aesthetic skin treatments by taking a really close look at the consultation journey. And to do this effectively, we're going to use K1 Derma Lab, a premier clinic over in East London, as our real-world blueprint for exactly how a professional, safe, and effective consultation should actually work. First things first, we need to completely dispel a super common myth. There's this huge misconception out there that you can just stroll into an aesthetic clinic on your lunch break, pick a treatment off a menu like you're ordering a latte, and walk right out. Yeah, no. Reputable providers operate under an incredibly strict policy, strictly 18 plus only, and all treatments absolutely necessitate a prior consultation before you can proceed. Seriously, this is a medical environment, not a casual pop-in experience. And that strict consult-first reality, that is exactly what keeps you safe. Think of today's agenda as your own personal treatment plan. We're covering 1. The consult-first philosophy. 2. The 4-step process. 3. Inside the consultation room. And finally, 4. Pricing and managing expectations. So let's hit section 1, the consult-first philosophy. Safety and qualifications first. Now, you might be wondering, why does a clinic actually mandate this step? I get it. As a beginner, it's so tempting to just skip ahead to the glowing skin part, right? But this phase is literally what separates safe, responsible medical care from a risky cosmetic gamble. A consult-first approach really matters. It allows the clinic to help you navigate your available options in what is a very crowded market. It lets them assess your specific suitability, ensuring a treatment is only recommended where it's genuinely appropriate for you. And honestly, most importantly, it gives us the space to discuss your medical history and any possible contraindications before a single tool is ever picked up. Now, what's really interesting here is the heavy emphasis on who is actually conducting this care. At a top-tier clinic like K1 Derma Lab, you aren't getting a high-pressure sales pitch from a marketing rep. This is doctor-led aesthetic care. It's a genuine medical assessment. You're speaking directly with professionals who are evaluating your biological canvas, just to ensure that any aesthetic intervention is completely medically sound. To really reinforce just how serious this is, take a look at the professional qualifications required to safely conduct these treatments. The K1 Derma Lab team consists of a GMC-registered aesthetic doctor and a Level 7 qualified aesthetic practitioner. For anyone new to this space, that basically means they are highly regulated medical professionals, not just somebody who took a quick weekend certification course. When you book that consultation, you're accessing high-level specialized expertise that's designed to deliver subtle, stunning, and above all else, safe results. Moving right along to section 2, the 4-step process, your seamless journey. If you've never done this before, I know the whole process can feel kind of intimidating. But reputable clinics actually break it down into 4 highly manageable steps to remove all of that guesswork. Step 1 is simply booking a consultation. Step 2 is the actual skin assessment and goals discussion. Step 3 is where they create a personalized treatment plan, again, only where it's actually suitable. And finally, Step 4 provides aftercare guidance. It's an incredibly structured roadmap designed specifically to put you completely at ease. Let's get right into section 3, inside the consultation room, tailoring your treatment. Picture this. You're sitting in the waiting room for the very first time, and your heart might be beating just a little bit fast. You might even be sweating a bit, asking yourself, what should I actually expect during my first aesthetic consultation? Listen, that is a completely normal anxiety to have when you're facing the unknown. Fortunately, the answer is incredibly reassuring. So, the crucial point is that during this initial meeting, your practitioner will actively analyze your skin. They're going to discuss your specific aesthetic goals, review your medical history in detail, and create a highly customized treatment plan tailored uniquely for you. This isn't some one-size-fits-all assembly line. It's a hyper-personalized visit focused entirely on your individual needs. To really grasp why this customization is so vital, let's just compare 2 of their signature treatments. On one hand, you have microneedling, which is a minimally invasive procedure using microfine needles to puncture the skin for surface rejuvenation. On the other hand, you've got the Halo IV drip, which delivers a unique blend of vitamins and minerals directly into your bloodstream for internal wellness support. Guys, these 2 therapies do wildly different things to your body. It's like apples and oranges. This brilliantly illustrates why a custom assessment is absolutely mandatory. The approach for renewing your skin's surface requires a totally different clinical evaluation than internal nutritional therapy. And the planning doesn't just stop once the procedure is over. Beginners often focus entirely on the treatment itself, but a great clinic proves its worth by how they manage your healing afterward through aftercare guidance. These are highly recommended post-treatment instructions specifically provided to minimize your risk and improve your overall treatment outcomes. A quality consultation actively plans out your recovery to make sure your results are both safe and stunning. All right, bringing us to Section 4, Pricing and Managing Expectations, Costs and Downtime. When it comes to pricing, transparency is absolutely key. And this brilliantly illustrates that point. At clinics like K1 Derma Lab, premium treatments generally range from a guide price of £150 to £270, while ad hoc treatments are going to run anywhere from £35 to £95. Your aesthetic practitioner will discuss all of this pricing completely upfront. They can tailor plans to fit your specific budget parameters before you decide on anything at all. No hidden fees, no nasty surprises, just clear choices. Once you and your practitioner have agreed on a plan that fits your budget, you'll likely secure it with a deposit, often around 30%. During your consultation, your practitioner will advise you on the specifics of this, and major card payments are readily accepted, which makes the administrative side just as seamless as the clinical side. Finally, let's talk about expectations for your actual recovery, because I know that is often a major point of anxiety. The really reassuring news here is that most non-surgical treatments, like dermal fillers, laser therapy, or microneedling, involve minimal to no downtime. You won't necessarily have to go hide in your house for a week. You might experience some mild redness or swelling, sure, but this typically resolves completely within 24 to 48 hours. Setting these realistic expectations up front ensures you walk out feeling fully prepared. So, we've covered the strict consult-first philosophy, the expert medical qualifications, the seamless step-by-step process, and the upfront transparency on pricing and downtime. The world of aesthetics really doesn't have to be intimidating. I hope this explainer has given you the knowledge and the confidence to explore aesthetic care responsibly. The real question now is, your looks matter, but are you ready to take control safely? Thanks so much for joining me on this deep dive, and keep learning.